Okay, we are going to listen Victoria's lovely song which she has created about this particular occasion.
Don't Hoard Toilet Paper, Take 2 by Victoria Oruwari. There's something new in town that's screwing us all around and making us do such crazy things which really isn't sound. Corona, COVID-19, a virus called Corona, a version so distinct. COVID-19 is threatening to make us all extinct. Corona, COVID-19. I know it's really scary, it's really, really sad, but please, my people, for the love of God, don't hoard toilet paper. It's not gonna keep you safer. 'Cause the government have said, please wash your hands instead. And soap and water is what you need. Don't hoard toilet paper. It's not gonna keep you safer. Think of your neighbor who's gonna need some later. My people, in these troubled times, act with care and consideration. Don't empty out the stores, it really isn't cool. People need to feed their families and they will need some food. Don't hoard toilet paper. It's not gonna keep you safer. 'Cause the government have said, please wash your hands instead. And soap and water is what you need. Don't hoard toilet paper. It's not gonna keep you safer. Think of your neighbor who's gonna need some later. If people are having to ration their shits because they've got no loo roll to wipe out their bits, they soon will implode and one day explode, and gosh, what a mess that would be. Oh! Don't hoard toilet paper. It's not gonna keep you safer. 'Cause the government have said, please wash your hands instead. And soap and water is what you need. Don't hoard toilet paper. It's not gonna keep you safer. Think of your neighbor who's gonna need some later.
Well done, Victoria. That's wonderful. So, welcome to Blind.tv. Or shall I say, welcome to the Blind.tv.
Thank you. Thanks for having me round virtually.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here is Victoria Oruwari, an eminent opera singer in UK at the moment. And originally she was born in Nigeria. Am I right, Victoria?
Yes.
Can you tell more about yourself, especially how are you coping with Corona at the moment here?
Well, it's not easy, but I'm thankful that I'm well. I think in times like this, one has to be grateful if one is well and one is not in the hospital, because there are a lot of people who are. And I'll use this opportunity to say that, you know, we're praying and we hope that the scientists and all the carers find a solution to this problem that is sweeping around the world and making everybody scared. So by way of coping, I made an executive decision not to go out on my own anymore, because I think as a blind person, it can be a little bit scarier for us because we can't control people who are coming close to us, and people generally do because they want to help. And I'm thinking, well, if this virus is the sort of thing where it touches your hand and maybe they've touched something else that somebody who had the virus has touched, then it leaves me at risk. So, and they also say you can get the virus just by talking to somebody who have it. So if social distancing is great, but when you're blind and people kind of choose to approach you, how do you know to kind of yourself from them if you can't see them? So I made a decision not to go out on my own, and which means that it's only when
Absolutely.
my PA is around.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because I just moved, I came to see my partner because I feel like at least here, if we have to go out, we know we'll go out together, and I will not be stuck. Yeah.
So in your loneliness, do you do some cooking as well?
Yes. Well, today actually I cooked. I want to actually share some recipes because a lot of people are going to have to be using food from tins, and some people may think that that's like a really bad way to live, but you can make tinned food really interesting. So this afternoon I cooked some corned beef with spaghetti, and we got the corned beef
Right.
out of the tin. But some people just eat corned beef just like it is in the tin, but I think it's quite disgusting. You have to like properly cook it, and then it starts to taste like proper food. So I have a little recipe which I'm happy to share. So you dice the onions, and then
Sorry.
and then you get some help from your partner if you're me, because I can't open a tin by myself. It's so scary. So I got him to teach me how to open it. He said no, he's not going to help me. He's going to teach me how to do it. And I was traumatized by the experience, but I knew it was for my own good. So so he taught me how to open a tin of corned beef today. So yay, I can open that one. So you put it in the saucepan with the fried onions, and then you mash it up with a wooden spoon until it's nice and soft and kind of fluid. And then you add some water, like a cereal bowl of water, into the mix, and then one stock cube and some chili powder, a tiny pinch of salt, and you leave it on a low heat and allow it to simmer. I mean, you stir it a little bit and you allow it to simmer. I think I allowed it to simmer for at least half an hour, because at that point the meat gets to cook to such a way that it starts to look like mince meat. Then I boil the spaghetti. I had the sauce on the side and the spaghetti on one side, and you mix it all together and you have a meal. And it's very,
Oh, great.
yeah, yeah.
So you have given us the Corona recipe of the, what do you call this recipe?
Corned
What
beef
is it
and
called?
spaghetti. Corned beef and spaghetti.
Hello, everybody. You are watching theblind.tv 24/7 channel run by blind people to show their activity. Please give us your feedback. Thank you very much. Corned beef, not Corona beef.
No, no, no.
Okay, so yeah, you
Vegetarian.
have
If you don't want to use corn, and you can cook it the same way.
right.
Mm.
Great. So when do you do these kind of things, cooking, when you are just sitting lonely like that in Corona, or
I do
normally in normal place, cooking you do?
I do a lot of things. I like to cook once in a while, but a lot of the time, if I have to do it all the time, it's very, very exhausting, because we have to concentrate twice as hard as blind people. So my I live what people may call a life at the moment, because I am a freelance musician, but I'm training to be a psychotherapist. So because of Corona, I move online, and my clients that I see as a trainee therapist, they've had to move online as well. And so I'm right now, I actually have an essay deadline that I'm working towards. So I'm doing that on my laptop. I have some music that I have to learn for some events that I cancel. I think I might as well learn the music anyway, because it's something to do. I catch up with my friends on Zoom. I'm going to have virtual with some friends on Friday evening. And I've said to my partner, well, we're going to have date nights. So we'll both get dressed and come down and we'll date in the kitchen and sit down at the dining table and have dinner. Yeah. So we're being very creative, keeping the whole vibe as though life is normal, because I think it's good to try and maintain some normality in this craziness.
Of course, we had a privilege to sing or to play with you in Inner Vision Orchestra.
Yeah, I
Uh,
enjoyed that.
yeah, we also enjoyed it very much. But I would like to know where else you have sung and what you enjoyed the best.
Ah, that's a really hard one. So I regularly perform British Prime Orchestra. Of the people there that I work with, and we've been doing this project called The Nature of Why, and it's gone to Australia, and it was supposed to go to Hong Kong, but then we couldn't because of the coronavirus. And we've performed at Queen Elizabeth Hall, we've performed in Wales, we've performed in Bristol, and then the last December, I was also performing at the Royal Opera House with in a Christmas program called The Lost. And the company that was working with the Opera House at the time, Kanduko, they're a dance company for disabled people, and they're really amazing. Put this show together with the Opera House, and lots of shows in December, and that was great. I was supposed to be performing with guys in April, but now we can't do that because what's happening. So hopefully our gig on the 31st of May will be amazing when we
For BBC,
all
didn't you?
together. Sorry?
You also sang for BBC.
Oh yes, think for the B. I was on All Together Now. Oh, that was 2 years ago. Is it 3 years ago now? There's this lovely show that the BBC did called All Together Now, and I was one of the singers that sang to the 100, and all the people were so lovely in the competition. I almost wish that I wasn't having to compete with all those people, because they all really had lovely voices, beautiful talent, and the judges, oh my goodness, you will never meet much happier people. Like, they're so lovely, and they were giving lots of people positive feedback, and they're just generally lovely people. I really enjoyed working with them. Yeah.
Wonderful. Apart from singing and cooking and this therapy, any
Yeah.
hobbies you got, like playing games and playing chess or something?
I'm thinking of taking up chess. My partner is a great chess player, and he says he's going to teach me. What game play? Okay. I'm not very good with games. Scrabble, maybe. And I
Yes.
took up I took up goal ball for a while, but I got fed up. My knees were hurting. Like, I kept falling down, and knees were hurt. And what else? I'm thinking of the ukulele and how to play it, because I think it's a really cute instrument, and it's something that can bring joy. I like walks, and there was a time I took up tandem riding, but then I stopped that as well because, I don't know, didn't get to a tandem bike, or it's always difficult to get one to have. So yes.
Now back to the music. Apart from singing, you also play piano.
I play piano a little bit, yes.
You
Always
play any
nervous.
other instrument?
Somebody showed me, I think you showed me the ocarina.
Yes.
You remember, you showed me the ocarina the other day. I played a little bit of that. No, I think the piano is the only instrument I play, and I use it a lot to help me write songs whenever I have to write a song or something. And
You also sing in different languages. Of course, your Nigerian languages you sing.
yeah, I sing in
Good.
Yoruba and Kalabari and English, and obviously when I'm doing classical pieces as well, I sing languages like Czech, French, German, Italian. The song I'm learning at the moment is a Polish song called the Gorecki Symphony of Sorrowful Songs, which is quite lovely. So yeah.
Hello, everybody. You are watching theblind.tv 24/7 channel run by blind people. to show their activity. Please give us your feedback. Thank you very much. नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल, आदावर्स। आप इस समय theblind.tv 24/7 चैनल देख रहे हैं। ये नेत्रहीनों के द्वारा प्रारंभ किया गया है। कृपया अपनी प्रतिक्रिया अवश्य दें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। Would you like to give an example of any Nigerian song in any language?
You'd like me to sing a Nigerian song? Okay, I'm going to sing one song called Oluronbi, which is a folk song, a Yoruba folk song that I was taught when I was little. And it's about this lady who is from this land that was experiencing famine. People didn't have any food, the crops didn't grow for like many years, people were starving. So the king told them that they had to pray to the gods and offer sacrifices, or else they wouldn't get any food and nothing's gonna get better. So everybody came and they were all offering gifts and things to the gods, and the final thing they did was people were offering their goats and their hens and their cows, and they came and she was like, oh my goodness, this is such a big occasion. I'm going to give the gods the best thing I have, and the best thing I have is my beautiful daughter, and I'll give you my daughter if you can make sure that we have rain, so that we have food. And yeah, and behold, it started to rain and food came, and she had to fulfill her promise. So this is the song that the villagers were singing when they were escorting her to go and present her daughter to the gods. Mm-hmm. And it's okay, so this is how it goes. Oluronbi. Oníkálukú jẹ́jẹ́ ewúrẹ́, ewúrẹ́, ewúrẹ́. Oníkálukú jẹ́jẹ́ àgùntàn, àgùntàn bọ́lọ́jọ́. Oluronbi jẹ́jẹ́ ọmọ rẹ̀, ọmọ rẹ̀ àkọ́bí epo. Oluronbi, oh joy, joy, Iyoko joy, joy. Oluronbi, Oluronbi. Oluronbi, oh joy, joy, Iroko joy, joy.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Now, listening this song takes me to, what is your musical qualification?
Oh, I went to school at Trinity College of Music. They now call it Trinity Laban Conservatoire of Music and Dance. And I graduated and did a postgrad there, and I came out with a distinction, and I've been working as a musician ever since. Wonderful. So I got a bachelor degree and a postgraduate in singing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, maybe it'll be a good idea for people to know what happened to how did you become blind?
Oh, okay. So that story, I've told it many times, but I will start. When I was 6.5, I had some eye trouble that was unresolved from when I was 2. And I was partially sighted, and I was using glasses because I had cataracts. And I was back in Nigeria at the time, and I think the doctor... I had cataracts, yes. And the doctor who was trying to treat the cataracts detached my retina by accident, and my family brought me to England, and the doctors in England didn't feel like it was a good idea to tamper with the eyes any further, because was done, and they were thinking it was better for me to be partially sighted than to go totally blind. But then some doctors in America persuaded my parents to bring me over to say they had this new pioneering treatment. I lost my sight completely after about 5 or 6 operations in New York. Yeah, and this happened when I was six and a
What
half.
age that was when you lost?
I got a detached retina, and then I also have secondary glaucoma.
All right.
Mm.
What age that was when you became totally blind?
Yeah, that was the time I got totally blind in New York.
Yeah, sorry, what age? I still didn't
What
get it.
age? Oh, sorry. I was 7 when I got totally blind. Yes. Sorry about that.
You must have seen, yeah, you must have seen some colors, and you must have some education a little bit, maybe nursery or something.
Yes,
So
I
you
went to nursery school. I went to nursery school in Port Harcourt in Nigeria. Um, I was able to see the blackboard because then that's what they used to use. And I was able to write. I still am able to write, almost like a 6-year-old when I try to use a pen. So I'm
Nice.
better at technology like my laptop braille. But
Now
um,
that's interesting because people who have become late, at the late age blind, they can see the colors in everything. Do you associate your things with colors at the moment?
yeah, I have what they call synesthesia, so I can see the colors of sound. If I hear things, I can see the color. But also, I remember what colors look like. So my favorite color is still pink, and I like orange, and I like red, and I like yellow. Those warm colors are my favorite. But I'm growing to kind of like blues these days, um, I take pleasure and delight in choosing my clothes and inquiring about my clothes and what things look like generally, because I still want to keep that part of my memory alive and still have things described properly to me.
Hello, everybody. You are watching The Blind.tv 24/7 channel run by blind people to show their activity. Please give us your feedback. Thank you very much.
I like to watch movies as well.
Wonderful.
Hmm.
How do you associate colors with clothes? What do you do?
Well, for
How
instance, as a blind person, I use a color detector. Although the color detector is always accurate, sometimes it can tell you that something that is cream, it tells you that it's light yellow, and really it's trying to say cream. If something is gray, it says something like light gray something. It's when the color is subtle, it pick it up. Or sometimes people to tell me. So the best way to go about it is when I get something new, is helping me get it, or when if I'm alone getting it, I ask whoever is giving it to me to describe it to me, because if they don't, then if I rely on the color detector, then I won't know exactly what color it is.
technology has helped us quite a lot, isn't it? So you use computers, you use color detectors. What
Mm-hmm.
else you use for music? Do you use any computer technology?
I'm not that advanced. I don't. I'm not. There's some blind people I know who are very good with computers and things for music, but I stick to the piano because when I get near technology, I think the joy of the music gets away from me. I'm more of a natural. Give me a
That's
piano.
very true for me. Yes,
Yeah.
that's very true. So,
Mm.
what other message do you want to give? Any message to blind people? Any special message?
Well, what I will say is if there's anything that this is doing to everyone, this whole situation with coronavirus, it's giving everybody a taste of adversity, which in my point of view is it's a leveler. It makes everybody equal. We're all just as vulnerable, and everybody is experiencing what it is like to be vulnerable. So as much as possible, share your tips on how you cope with being vulnerable with people, because I think sighted people a lot of the time don't realize that they can be vulnerable. And right now, we're all just as vulnerable as each other.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
and
Oh,
another thing,
beautiful.
yeah, keep positive, and wherever you can spread it and love, please spread it, because a lot of people need joy right now. They need you to talk to them, call your friends, call your family members, keep in touch, because we don't, as human beings, we need human contact for our mental health, and people are going to be going through a lot of loneliness at the moment. So call your friends, keep in touch, and spread joy and love.
Have you tried jamming with other people in this situation,
Oh,
Corona
yes, we'd
situation?
love to do that. Yes, we'll have to do that on Zoom one day.
Yeah, we should try.
Yeah, we should try and do
That would
that.
be great.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say? Any special message you want to give apart from
Oh,
that? Just give.
no, I think I'm done. I'm done with my words of wisdom. Auntie Victoria is going to kind of shut down now. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Victoria. That was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And we are
Yeah.
so happy. Yes, I think you're going to sing a song, isn't it?
Oh, I thought I
Yeah,
sang. You want me to sing
you
Somewhere Over
be
the
the top
Rainbow?
of the rainbow.
Okay. So there's this song I love singing all the time. It's called Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And this is how it goes. We know the world a hopeless jumble, and the raindrops tumble all around. Heaven opens a magic lane, where all clouds darken up the skyway. There's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dream that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away of the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, two birds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't
Wow, what a flexible voice you have. Victoria, now I want to ask you one question. Sorry. Uh,
Yeah.
what is your dream? What do you want to do in future?
Rule the world. No. I really like to have a career where I can make beautiful music with
Sorry, I
lots.
think you're disappearing. Your voice is not coming here.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I don't
Hello?
know why your voice is going down.
Oh, can you hear me now? I didn't touch anything. Maybe the sound
Yeah, I
changed
can
my
hear
sound.
you now, but not so loud as I was hearing before.
I think it's because maybe I was
Yeah, now
singing
it's
and
clear. Now it's clear.
maybe
Now it's
the
clear.
microphone was adjusted somehow because I got when I was singing. Um,
Right.
so, so I would like to have a lovely music career where I travel around the world singing. And I also want to be a therapist. I would like to be able to support people and be like a constant source of support for other people. Um, Not necessarily disabled people, but disabled people as well as people in the arts. And I'm hoping that I'm able to have a career that combines the two things that I love to do the most, because I feel that that's my definition of living.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you, Victoria, for
Mm.
coming to the Blind TV.
Now,
And it was very, very much pleasure for, especially for me. And I'm sure people who will watch this Blind.tv, they will have pleasure as well
that would be
for
great.
hours and hours because it's a 24/7 show. So they will watch you again and again and again. And let's see it. I hope it leads you somewhere else where your dreams will come true. Thank
Amen.
you very much. On that
Thank you
note,
very much for
um,
inviting me. It's been lovely chatting to you too.
Hello, everybody. You're watching the Blind.tv, the 24/7 channel featuring blind people. Please give us your feedback. If you are visually impaired and you have something interesting to contribute about your life and your activities, we would love to feature you on this channel. Please get in touch at baluji@baluji.com. Thank you.